you've been disobedient. You're going to have to be hit with some taglines. Sorry.
Why do you defy me?
Yeah.
Because I want them taglines. Well, I got them for you.
Yay.
Mrs. Gray will see you now.
His mom?
Yeah.
This movie took a turn.
Granny?
Yeah.
And the next one, don't miss the climax.
I kind of like that. That's actually really good.
What was it?
If the climax was
movie,
actually
yeah.
good in this movie.
I don't even know what the climax was because there's a lot of nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was like 5 climaxes in this movie, but all of them were faked.
They told a story, but it wasn't good storytelling.
Yep.
Yeah.
With a budget of $55 million, an opening weekend USA gross of $38.5 million, grossing in the USA altogether $100.4 and a worldwide of $368.3 million. That's a huge success for something like this. With 5 sex scenes, 2 S&M scenes, 1 pair of breasts, 8 scenes with those breasts, 3 scenes with male pubic hair, 1 gunshot to the leg, and countless lip bites. With a 4.5 on IMDb, a 31 Metascore, and a 12% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's 2018's 50 Shades Freed. Let's drop some bombs.
Would you dance with me? I'd rather be boiled alive. Who is it?
I'm a horny stud. Open up and let me in. I want to rape you until you split in 2.
I hate old money. It's greasy, it smells. It's been up 1,000 noses and buried in too many G-strings.
Do you love me? Then why do you defy me?
Because I can.
I want to show you her ass!
Hurry back. Be sure to bring your death certificate. If you decide to join us, make your final arrangements now. We've been dying to have you.
Welcome to Bombs Away, the only podcast recorded inside a projection booth. My name is Jonathan Young. Joining me inside the studio, as always, is...
Finally giving in to the butt plug, Jarrett Seifert.
And also joining us, a Bombs Away all-star.
A veteran.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Back for the final climax, the final installment of the worst trilogy that we've done so far. And that's
token female voice.
I know, right? You're always here. You're always here for sequels and trilogies at this point.
Because we still have to do the third
Slumber Party Massacre,
Slumber Party, yeah.
right? And then
We were going to, but it just didn't work
right.
out.
And then we kind of crossed over, and we have another guest as well on the Silent Night, Deadly Night ones. But maybe
Because
we'll
you were
have
on
to team up.
the drinking one.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's right. So there's a couple. Was there another one? I can't.
I'm pretty. It's Slumber Party, Silent Night, and 50 Shades.
And this,
50
yeah.
Shades, 50 Shades, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
You've got the
So-
monopoly on the.
I know,
trilogies.
right? And you get to celebrate. This is your official last episode. Is that correct?
Oh yeah, I got
Yeah.
a boot, scoot, and boogie out of this recording to do homework. Yay!
But you'll be back.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll be
like we said,
around.
Slumber Party 3, and that Nightmare 2.
You get knocked out of like our number one guest position just because I officially become a guest after this.
Yeah.
Sorry, Abby.
Yeah.
Actually, you never actually introduced yourself. We just kept talking.
Yeah, that's
no.
right. That was a huge lead up.
To our third person today.
I'm really glad there was a montage at the end because I do not remember what happened in the first 2 movies. I am Abby.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah.
That stupid montage. I was like,
I was like, yes,
thanks for
give me the summary.
recap.
This movie is just a bunch of
Trash.
yeah, but it to me it also is like, oh, do you remember that person? Oh, don't worry about it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, we'll tell you who they are, or if we don't, just, you'll figure it out.
But you also have random people like Tyler Holstein or whatever from Teen Wolf being a book writer. And then
He's Superman now.
Yeah.
What?
And then her
He is in the
he's
CW.
the guy that writes Delusion or whatever it is.
Oh.
And then her bodyguard, is that the guy from the
Pretty Little Liars.
I thought that was the guy from White Collar.
Isn't
No.
he
That
also
TV
from,
show.
like, a Mission Impossible? Like,
Maybe.
4?
But
What is his name?
I recognize him from Pretty Little Liars.
What's the character's name?
I don't know.
Sawyer.
Yeah.
Yes, Sawyer.
Brant
Daugherty.
Daugherty.
Yeah.
Daugherty?
But speaking of
Daugherty?
names, why does every character have like such like a default name? You know what I mean? Like
Oh, this is the movie
Like
that
the
I
Are
was...
we
Smith-
going to go right back,
like-
right into
like
the
the-
enemy?
like the Smiths of just every
Yeah.
default name.
The Greys, the
Grey.
Smiths, and the Mrs. Robinson, even though that's not really her name,
No.
but we wouldn't remember who she was unless we call her that.
I mean, I'm sure we've had this discussion before.
And
Well,
she
it just
doesn't
needs to be brought
actually
up again.
we
she
did though,
doesn't
because
speak
we
in
did
this
the
movie?
enemy's name.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
brought
I
this
that
up.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jack Hyde. Are you serious? Like, I'm still
You
upset.
E.L. White. You're a piece of trash. You're a
Really?
goddamn
That's the name
piece
you
of
came
trash.
up with? That name?
Right.
Jack Hyde.
It's
Jackal
like,
and
come
Hyde.
on.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was in a movie called Mingle All the Way. Oh, he's been in Dear White People.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's done some stuff.
Accidentally
Days of Our
Engaged.
Lives. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't really Yeah, he was in Pretty Little
He was in
Liars.
Pretty Little Liars. Yeah.
Well, that's the thing is, like,
For, like,
he's
an
another
episode, it looked
good-looking dude that
Yeah.
really doesn't have any credentials backing him.
He really did.
No.
Like, the entire movie, I thought it was that guy from White Collar. He's also, like, one of Ryan Murphy's jerk-off material white people. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
They all kind of look the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But everyone, like, let's just go down the list of names.
Sure.
We've got
character names? Yeah.
Anastasia, Christian, Jack Hyde, Kate, Mia,
Kate
Elliot.
Kavanaugh. Like,
Yeah.
that's so white.
But it also just sounds like a
Yeah.
Fox News reporter.
It does. It does sound like a Fox.
Like,
She's
blonde.
No, it sounds like a Marvel character. Like,
oh, yeah.
alliteration. Peter Parker.
Yeah.
We've got Mia, Elliot, Jose, Taylor, Carla, Grace, Jerry, Gia, Ray, Ross. Like, it's like, what were the top names in
What were the-
2000?
Yeah. What were the top
Four.
baby names?
Yeah. Like, that's literally it.
Like, how white can we make these people sound?
But guess what?
And even though, like, one of the people of color, Jose,
The most.
just
oh, that guy?
the most
Jose.
common name already.
The guy
Jose.
that why would you invite him along? You know that guy wants your girl
No, but isn't he into his sister?
now.
Christian's sister?
But still,
Yeah.
I'd be like, that dude's not coming.
But I blacked out after the second one, so I don't remember when they got together at all.
Yeah, that's right. Well, if I remember correctly, you only watched half of the second one, and you relied on your book reading skills.
Oh, I did. I could not watch this, guys. Like, I couldn't. I just couldn't.
But you did this one all the way through.
I did this
right?
one all the way through. I did this one this morning, actually. I woke up on purpose at like 9:30 to watch this movie. So
Yeah,
It's.
here I am.
I tuned in on purpose, and I'm very upset about it.
I looked away for a lot of the film, and the one time I had to go back, well, 2 times I had to go back, because once I was like, oh my god, did you see his balls? Which I'm pretty sure he had
Nope.
prosthetic balls.
You didn't.
It was whenever they were fucking on the boat.
I didn't see no balls. I
Oh,
just saw
he
the
pulls
same
back-
pubic hair as
No,
always.
you see like a really bad looking fake ball sack. I'm pretty sure. Or
Why
it was
would
his
there
cock sock.
Well, when he was
Wait.
in the shower, like there was a lot of like,
I don't
a little-
understand. Why would it be a fake ball sack?
Because like male nudity is not okay in society for some reason,
Yeah,
but
but
female
if you're gonna
nudity is.
show a ball sack, like why is it?
Just use his. Like,
Yeah. He's got. a
Oh,
good
maybe
one.
he's not cool.
There's
with it, 'cause
no
I know
fake
he's,
ball sack.
No, he's got nudes
he's-
out there.
Yeah, he does. But maybe she wasn't cool with it. She's like, I don't want your real.
Well,
ball
see, that's
sack
why
on
I don't
me.
think it's. I don't think it's like a real ball sack. I think it was like
But I
the
mean-
cock sock hanging backwards, and that's what you saw.
I mean, regardless, these two actors had no chemistry together whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, maybe
And they
it
never
was
will.
just awkward. And,
Yeah.
the only way they'll have chemistry together is if they both sign up for like AP chemistry.
The
6
only-
o'clock.
I mean,
And she's his
honestly,
tutor.
honestly, in a movie like this, the only way that these two characters would
ripping them.
probably have chemistry is if the actors themselves slept with each other.
Yeah.
Like this.
No, you
like,
can definitely tell these two people have never had sex together
no.
at
And
all.
this is Anastasia. She's like, I'm decent with characters, but she's a hard character to fake. Like the way she, Christian, I really don't think that we're really talking about this issue. Okay? Like,
But like she
But
gets
it's
mad
like-
at him and then like forgives him 2 seconds later and then like fucks
oh,
him.
that's
So it's
everything
like,
in this
what?
movie.
Like,
There's
that's
a problem.
the summary of this movie. Like that's exactly what happened.
There's a problem. 5 minutes later, we got it.
Yeah.
And she always caters to him too. Like he's the worst person.
Well, she literally cooks his meal. She does
He
cater.
does.
Yeah, she's awful.
So the
He's
movie,
awful. They're awful.
we're talking all around the movie. I was like, we gotta dive in sometime.
we-
as much as
we-
I just want to shit on everything.
Well, because that's the
We gotta
general
shit in order, okay?
We just did a
Which
general
is gonna be
summary.
so hard to do.
Right? We did a general summary. I pretty much have it in order here, I think, in my notes. So we'll just dive right in, just like the movie does. Guess what, guys? Wedding.
I know.
Done.
They like
Well, the whole series is building up to this moment, you know, from the beginning.
So it should have either been the end of the last movie, right? Or
Yeah.
the end of this movie. Like, literally, they should have gone through and solved all their problems and then ended with a wedding.
yeah.
If it did not happen this way in the book, well, fuck you, ELY.
I mean,
Because you're a horrible
It did.
storyteller.
Well, in the book, it does open with the wedding.
Yeah,
stuff.
so she's a horrible storyteller.
but it's also like it's once again exactly copying the source material, Twilight, because that's how the third one
Yeah.
starts. It starts with their
With
wedding,
the wedding, yeah.
and then it ends with a baby. Well, halfway
I
through.
mean, you can
No, that's
definitely
the fourth
tell,
one.
Like,
well,
she
the fourth
loves-
one and the third one are both from the same book.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There-
Yeah, it is.
it's a trilogy book. It's a
trilogy.
There's
four movie.
books.
No, there's 3.
There is a fourth book about the girl from the third one, but that's a spin-off. But that was actually a good book. I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
Right. It's Twilight, Breaking Dawn.
New Moon.
New Moon. Is
That's
that
the
what it is?
second one.
And
No, wait,
then
New Moon, Breaking
Eclipse.
Dawn, Eclipse.
Were
Oh, wait,
there
there is
5
4?
movies?
I told you.
Because they broke the last.
Yes. Breaking Dawn is a 2-parter. Yes.
Yes, Breaking Dawn. Yeah.
And there's Eclipse. That's the third one.
Eclipse
Yeah.
is the third
Yeah.
one.
Yep.
Oh.
Wow, we were
Well,
wrong. I'm
no.
sorry.
I'm not proud of the fact that I knew
I know.
that.
Were you
so
working
odd
in a
that you
theater
have-
when these came out?
No,
Not even the first one?
no.
Because you're old. I'm kidding.
Yeah, but
I just that has nothing
Well, I
to
mean,
do
I
with
was- I was
it.
in
I worked in
I was in high school when these came
99,
out.
and then the other time I worked at a theater was like 2012.
Oh, okay.
So, but those came out in
No,
like
there was one
There's
really
one that-
recently around 2012.
right, but I worked in the summer. These never came out in the summer. They
Oh,
never
they were
had the
winter,
balls to
fall,
come out
yeah.
during the summer.
I worked in the movie theater in 2007, and I want to say that's when like the first one maybe came out.
Maybe
Because I do remember working in that movie being a big deal.
I remember I bootlegged the second one in 2010. So they for sure had the second one out by that time.
Yeah.
Because I remember listening to the soundtracks and being like, maybe I should watch the movies.
Anywho,
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
Anywho,
we should do
still
those instead.
directly
They'd be more
copying-
interesting.
Oh, but
than
I would
this.
love Twilight. I would.
we
God.
should do it, guys.
That's yeah. We'll
Alright.
kick off the other two hosts just to do that saga.
Yeah.
But like, it's just once again extremely ripping it off like verbatim to where it's like, I get it, you wanted to write fan fiction, but like, for some, I just have this thing that like fan fiction shouldn't go this far because what even Twilight
maybe
was.
she didn't expect that it was going to be as
Yeah.
big as it was. You know what I mean? Like she wrote this for fun,
Yeah.
not thinking anything serious about it, and then like it blew up, and she's
Well,
like, "Well, oh shit!"
Not
like,
not by this book though,
yeah.
Yeah.
because she wrote these after the first one blew, right? Up. So at this point, you would think, right? Because the other two weren't even out; they weren't published when the first one came out, right?
Yes.
No.
They didn't come out as a trilogy.
That is information I do not know.
I don't remember. But
All I know is I remember that there was a bunch of people at my workplace in like 2012, somewhere around there,
Sitting
that
on vibrators,
had
reading
only the
book.
first one.
yeah, I remember that whole crazy thing when everyone was into the first one. 'Cause,
Right.
Yeah, everyone at work was like, "You got to read this," and so I read it.
Right.
And then,
So I
But
don't
I'm-
think the other.
like the movie, I'm blacking out in terms of like when
Okay.
the rest of the things happen.
I wish
because,
I could have blacked out during this movie.
Can't
Yeah.
remember.
So, yeah, my guess is that she wrote them afterwards, which then even feels even worse and more lazy because you're like you had a chance to
Well, where's the Wikipedia page?
50 Shades of Grey came out in 2011.
right.
The book or
So,
the movie?
The book.
Uh-huh.
The movie was like 2015.
50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed came out in 2012. So those books came out in 2012. And then there's also Grey, 50 Shades of Grey as told by Christian, which, you know, if you are gonna write a book,
I want to fucking kill this bitch.
Think about the title. So that was published in 2015, and then Darker, 50 Shades Darker, as told by Christian, came out in 2017. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping they don't
should have
do
just called
those
it like
movies.
Black.
Yeah. So, yeah, the film adaptation.
Could you imagine they just did the same movie again and they just said it was like his perspective? It's literally just the same scene. Like they just re-released the movie.
Yeah, all the books were
I
out.
hope you don't notice.
All the books were out by the time 50
Before the movie
Shades
came out,
Grey
yeah.
came
It's just
out
a lot of
in
him
2015.
masturbating.
Yeah.
That's what it was like 3 years between
Yeah.
the books and the movies. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now I remember. All right. Oh, I thought
So-
I was going crazy.
Yeah, it is just him jerking off. He's
Regardless.
like, God, I love brunettes. He's like staring.
My mom.
He's staring at a wig.
fucking defied me again.
It's like on wheels, and he pushes it away from him, and he's like, "Come back here!" Like,
It's just him picking out like shades like on his room of being like, is it gonna be red? Is it gonna be green?
which, like, I get the whole Grey last name thing, but like 50 Shades of Grey, like, what was the original idea behind that title?
Just, well,
be,
I
To
mean,
be
his-
as lazy as possible.
Well, it's like it's about like his personality. Like he has all these different like sides to him and stuff. Like he's loving.
I know, I
he's
was like,
caring, but he's also super abusive and has daddy issues and mommy issues and just issues.
trust issues.
Trust
and,
issues.
yeah.
Has to wear his jeans in the shower. Like like just weird stuff like that.
I forgot about that. Oh
I just
my
think of like
God.
Arrested Development. You know,
Yeah.
where he's like
Hey,
crying.
Anna.
I'm never
you know?
nude.
Hey Anna, yeah. Do these jeans show my pubes? Perfect. All right.
Always. Like, we didn't even get some upper dick on this one.
Well,
No.
Which,
no, you don't get no base.
But we did get that nice line. You know what I mean?
yeah, you got
Like,
the V
swimmer's
line, which I was like, tasty. I like a
Anyway.
man that keeps it al natural.
So- And what I mean by like they didn't do the wedding any justice. Like you would feel like this is once again because this is women porn, right? This is
Yeah.
another fantasy to add to the fantasies that the women have, right?
I would say erotica more than porn.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Because erotica is like, that's the slow build up that
Yeah,
like
the
you
build
want
up
it.
and
You
the
want to like
teasing.
know where it is.
Right,
and
like
you want
Fabio on the cover.
details.
Yeah, I get those old books. Yeah.
Like, because like with this wedding, like you're about to say, I'm almost positive you're about to have the same thought. Here's a wedding. Here's all your friends. By the way, we're leaving.
Yeah, what?
You spent how much on this wedding to change into an ugly pantsuit to leave?
Yeah. But I feel like this is a one-time. You all right there?
I'm just still disgusted by that pantsuit.
This is when any other woman would be like, this is romantic. This is what, I mean, my God, I'm marrying the man of my dreams that has
Yeah.
all the money and all the fantasy that I'd ever want. Why wasn't this an elaborate spectacle? Why wasn't this at least a 10-minute scene?
See,
well, and
this
he's
is-
like, and he's a dude too that would never like commit. You know what I mean? So this is a big deal for him to get
Exactly.
married.
Yeah, the
but
fact
they
that
make
he
it seem like
committed-
he was like, we're
Eh.
good.
He
Yeah.
committed super quick to her, to where I was like, he wouldn't.
Because he's impulsive.
He literally has contracts for everyone else, though.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, his sex life isn't something that like seems like would be impulsive, because it's always very like, here's a contract. This is what I like. You need this safe word. You need to do this. To where
Well,
it's like,
and
how did
that's-
he get to this point so fast?
Right, and that's part of the problem for me too. They do acknowledge that it's fast in one very quick piece of
Yeah, for,
dialogue,
like, 2
right?
seconds,
She was
yeah.
like, "Yeah, I know it's happening so fast," and then we move on, right? But
But I mean, to be fair, they did show how much time has passed and her best friend looking like she aged 13 years since the first movie. I was like, what happened
did
to
not
this
even know it was
actress?
the same person.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't know either.
That's the problem.
like I got it through context clues, but I was like, you did not just graduate college. She might have gone back to college as an adult, which is okay.
She looks like a MILF
but
now.
Yeah, she's very much up there
Yeah.
looking.
To the point where I was confused. I was like, is his brother dating someone else? Is it like
Did she forget to drink
Can we
water
look
for
it
5
up? Is it
days?
a different actress?
No, it's not.
Oh,
It's the
not?
same.
Yeah.
I already looked.
Oh, okay.
Because I was confused. I was like, why do I not recognize her? I thought that she was like young and bubbly and right.
Maybe because like the movies are such a train wreck. She's like, God, I gotta do this again. Like,
I'm thinking she was constantly drinking or hungover for the movies and did not have any water, and that's why she just looked like puffy, wrinkly.
Yeah.
yeah, terrible makeup
Eloise
artist.
Mumford
Yeah.
is her name. and
Who
Eloise
like
Mumford.
is pretty. Like
She's pretty.
see,
She's
she
a
looks
very-
gorgeous. That is not what I saw in the
No,
movies.
they did not make
In the
her,
movies, she had like bags, like like papery skin. I want to say, like
yeah.
Because like her whole through line in the movie is like, do you think he's cheating on me?
Yeah.
Do you think we should get married?
which never.
Will he
amounts to
accept me
anything.
and my 5 kids? Is
Well,
what she looked like.
Well, the first thing she says in the movie is she's like, "Who's that with Elliot?" It's like, "Geez, jealous much?" Like, it's like, chill, man. Like,
I mean, Elliot does. He looking like a douche. He does.
He got a wandering eye. You can tell.
Yeah. So, yeah, the wedding happens, and then there's something with his brother, but I literally wrote, "Oh, it's his brother." No one cares.
Yeah. Oh, the whole.
So I
thing-
don't know what that
but
is.
that's the whole like cheating thing.
Cheating thing,
Like
the whole
his brother's
foreshadowing.
talking to Gia or whatever,
Yeah,
or Kate
which
Kavanaugh or
doesn't
something.
have
I
a
don't know.
conclusion.
It
does
doesn't.
it?
Like, no, because
Who was that woman when they were at the
That's the
bridal shop
architect.
or whatever?
the architect
Oh.
chick from later, yeah.
yeah,
Before.
Like, literally, her only purpose was just to, like, be there as, like, tension between, like, the
Yeah.
relationship. She literally
yeah,
served
but
no other
why
purpose.
do I care about their relationship?
Exactly,
It's not
you
their
don't.
movie. It's not their goddamn
Exactly,
movie.
which is why it was that whole storyline was stupid. Like, it was just dumb.
And it would be more important if maybe we had seen it in the other 2 movies. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
Also, so they leave the wedding. They go and like
Go to
for some
Paris.
reason, well, like there's also this stupid line where Anastasia is still surprised that he has a jet.
That's
She's
what
like,
I wrote
oh my
too.
god,
Are you
have a
really-
jet?
Yeah.
And I was like, you haven't been on it yet? Like you've been on a helicopter, you've been on like a glider.
But even if she hadn't seen the jet yet, are you really that fucking surprised?
Yeah.
and
He has 2 homes.
Well, this is one thing I always have a problem with her too. Is and him in general is like, okay, so you're marrying this chick. Like, why aren't you telling her all of the shit that you have? Like, here are all the houses. Here's all
You
my
don't
planes,
reveal
here's
your
all my
assets.
cars. Like,
Do you
you
think
don't
they
hold
had a
all your
prenup?
no,
cards.
she's his freaking wife. Like, she's marrying into that. She needs to know what she has.
Did
So
they
prenup or
sign?
no?
Yeah, that's. I thank you.
well, I mean,
right there.
they got like a sexual contract. I'm assuming they got like a
I don't
legally
think.
binding.
I don't think so
contract.
because
Or you don't
that's
think
part.
so?
That's part of the women fantasy of the
Yeah.
fact that I changed him. Now there's no
That's true.
contracts.
Yeah.
Now there's he loves me for me.
We don't need a prenup because we're gonna last forever.
Which is why I don't understand the change from the first movie,
Mm-hmm.
right? And all that racy fun stuff, right? That
Where you
like,
get, like-
what made people interested in the book in the first place is just tossed out the window so goddamn fast. There's not even a like discussion of like I'm kind of thinking I still want to do
Well, they tried to make
stuff,
this movie a
you
little
know?
bit more serious, you know, talking about all of like the issues that he has, like, you know, being
I don't
adopted
care.
and la la la.
People get
That's
adopted or
Yeah.
they
that-
don't.
But that was the whole point of this movie. I think
I
they were
thought they were gonna
trying
be
to like
brothers.
they were trying to be a real movie,
should
and
have
it's
been.
like they shouldn't have tried
The,
to be a
yes,
real
the
movie.
enemy and him should have been brothers.
Yeah, that's what I thought was gonna happen, and I was like,
Because she's reading the
"Aw,
paper and she's like, Christian,
Look,
they found where they buried your mom. And I was like, why is that in his paperwork then?
and also
No,
because he's
because
so
I think
obsessive.
they
like-
collected a bunch of files from him.
Well, what I
we'll
don't
get there.
What
We'll
I
get
don't
there.
get those. He's so obsessive, but yet he didn't like read that. Like
Yeah.
he didn't open that first. Like he's so OCD
He's
about
learning,
everything
he's
else.
changing,
Like,
he's accepting that we need to open letters together.
anywho, we'll get to
So
that.
they get on the jet and then they do all the things that women dream of doing in a montage.
yes,
Paris.
They go to Paris.
Italy or something.
You do
Yeah.
just
Oh my God.
constantly.
So every single montage in this movie could have just been that Ellie Goulding song because
could
that's
have.
all it is. Because I'm pretty sure they used a different song, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
but it all still seemed like "Love Me Like You."
Well, I just
Do."
thought it was really funny how like they have paparazzi like in the beginning, like snapping all their photos and shit while they're leaving, but then all of a sudden the paparazzi just go away
They're
for
nowhere.
some reason. They're nowhere to be found when they're riding their bicycles at night in Paris, and it's like you're this rich.
But he mentions it when they're like on that nude
Yeah.
like resort.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
our-
when he's like freaking out and stuff. But
Yeah.
it's like
she's like, "I just want to take it off,"
take everyone else's shirt.
and he's like, "Leave it on," and she's like,
Okay.
"Okay."
So
But
yeah,
then she
they
takes it
they
off. I must
they
have
go
rolled over in my
sailing.
sleep.
They do bike rides. They see the Eiffel Tower. They just do a bunch of shit that like is everybody's woman's fantasy.
They bone
Like,
everywhere.
Things you're
I'm
doing on
sure.
a daily basis.
Yeah, right. I'll look at Instagram and I'll be like, "Oh, Abby's not in the country again. Here we go."
I know, right?
She's
But, you know,
gone.
this time I did go to the country. I saw the United States.
Oh, nice.
I drove through the whole thing.
I'm
You're like,
always
"I was
worried. I'm like,
bored."
I want to text them, but I'm afraid that I'm going to charge them a lot of
Yeah.
money.
I haven't seen Abby. Is she dead or abroad? Like,
No, my
Constantly.
dad actually said that to me. Like when I came home for Christmas, he was like, his best friend was like, "Yeah, your dad's always saying you're doing like random stuff, and he doesn't know where you are."
you're like,
Well,
That
It's-
makes it sound like you're homeless.
I know.
there's like, it's funny though, because it's a total double standard that I have where I like, right now I have a handful of friends that are all at Walt Disney World where I'm like, how do you save up enough to go to Walt Disney World? And then I see your pictures and I'm like, Abby's doing it. God, that's great. Like,
I did go to
support
Walt
you,
Disney
but
World
I
as
mean,
well.
I mean, to be fair, like for us, Disney is just a bonus that we don't have to pay for. So that's
yeah,
nice.
but it's taken out of our actual payment. So,
yeah,
bummer.
maybe.
No, it is.
What do you mean?
They figure that into our wages and pay.
Okay, fine.
Oh, okay, whatever.
But-
Let's-
but-
Off the top, off
Off
topic. What's not Disney World is this vacation. They did
No.
not just go around Epcot and drink everything they could. They went around the world and fucked
I would
everything
love
they could.
if that was
Yeah.
like it's just a mediocre
There's
version
a
of it.
giant ball in the background. They've got the bridal ears on. What are you waiting for? And it's like right at that moment is them going over like the top of like, I don't know, that Expedition
Splash Mountain?
Everest. They're like, woo, love me like you do. I was about to go, they're on Body Wars, but that hasn't existed in decades. Like,
They're on Figment and they're just not happy.
she turns
What
to
the
him, she's
fuck
like,
is this?
I like the original better.
Yeah, it's just it's just another montage. It's the same thing as we've seen before. There's nothing new or special.
They don't even this movie would have been so good if all of this drama and this stalking and stuff happened while they were on their honeymoon.
Yeah.
That would have been like,
well, it does interrupt it.
yeah,
They end up
but
leaving
like,
early, but
I wanted it, the guy, like
just creepily in the background, but
yeah,
they don't
he's
know he's
there,
there.
or
Yeah.
like one day it seems
in the
like,
bushes with a
like,
trench coat.
Yeah.
like something happens, like, oh my god, someone broke into our hotel room and like stole stuff, or like she goes back, she's like, he's on the beach, and she's like, oh, I'm gonna
Jack
go to
can't
the
afford
hotel
that.
room. Or
He's
something.
out of a job.
Right?
So-
but like if Gray stayed at the beach and she went up to the hotel room for something, and then we had the almost abduction thing where the guy held the knife to her throat or something, but then something scared him off and he ran away. So it's like he didn't get captured, but it like adds that tension.
Well, we keep talking about things that will happen eventually, which is going to confuse people, I think. So,
Yeah.
like, let's stick to where we are now, which is that they're on a nude resort, right?
Yeah.
And
Did we see any boobs in the background? Because I don't remember.
I didn't see a single
no,
other
just
one.
her boobs.
Because she's like, there's boobs everywhere, Christian. Mine aren't any different.
Yeah, they are. They're not that good. Well, that's what I wrote there. I was like, Christian, nobody cares that much about Dakota Johnson's like boobs. Like, he's like, oh my god, put them away, and I'm like, dude, nobody cares about your girl, bro. Like,
Well,
nobody
then-
cares.
Then he does say the thing about like paparazzi. He's like, well, if they snap photos, then that's all over the next tabloid. And it's like,
yeah, but
maybe.
like, and what?
Yeah.
You don't think that that's eventually going to happen, dude?
And
Like,
it's,
you just
you're
get
like
over it.
a sexual pervert. Like, that's wrong. Sorry. If you're into BDSM, that's fine. Go for it. Whatever. You're explorative with your sexual things. So, like, the fact you're gonna fuck in a car, but tell her to cover up your boobs.
Because he's got jealousy issues. He doesn't
Yeah.
want anyone else looking at her boobs.
It's
like
all
that's
jealousy.
the
It
summary
has
of this
nothing
movie.
to
It's
do
his
with
personality.
tabloids.
Is he's
Yeah.
jealous of everything,
For sure.
and
Well,
it pisses me off.
Where once again, it's like, girl, you're gonna deal with this the rest of your life? Do you know what you just got into?
I've got plenty of notes about their real shit relationship
Yeah.
that I would love to dive into.
All right. I mean, as we go on, like, make sure that
Which
you throw it.
brings the next topic about them discussing children.
Yep.
We're-
Go ahead.
I mean, like, why are they just now discussing it? Like,
Yeah.
she married him, and then they're just now discussing
I was
about
like,
kids.
you talk about this beforehand.
Before you,
And I
yeah,
feel
why
like-
would you marry someone if that's something that you want?
Like, in gay relationships, it's something
Why
where
has
it's
there
like,
never been a pregnancy scare before? These
Yeah.
people, like, literally just...
well, she was on the shot, but she missed appointments.
Jesus
Uh-huh.
Christ.
God.
That's right. He made her as part of the contract,
Yeah.
right?
But see, I mean, she can get an implant thing that lasts for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Just saying that's
What
an
is that,
option. But
an
maybe that doesn't
IUD?
work for her body, so I don't know. Yeah, an IUD or whatever. They also have one that
Internal
goes into
uterine device?
Yeah, there's also one that goes into your arm.
Oh, an arm
There's
one?
an arm one, yeah.
Well,
That's crazy.
EL didn't have that for herself,
No.
so she
Yeah.
didn't know how to write that.
Yeah.
Because literally,
But if that, it didn't work out this way, then they wouldn't have their baby and blah, 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 blah. So
yeah.
there
Well,
would be no plot, even though there is no plot.
But my thing is, like, in gay relationships, like, we do have the thing of, like, you can talk about it, you can figure it out, because, like, there's time to do that. But, like, in straight relationships, when you're boning like you do, boning like you do. Sorry, I was like, I see an opportunity here. But, like,
I heard it too.
you have to talk about that. Like,
Yeah.
that has to be a discussion, especially if you're not using protection or relying on a shot.
for a lot
like,
of women, it's like either that's happening or that's not happening, and you either you stay or you walk away. Like
Yeah.
most women, that's a deal breaker for them.
Yeah, I mean, for like, I used to think it was more of a deal breaker for me, but now it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, budgeting. Like, I don't want to bring a kid in the world and be like, okay, so I'm poor, like, or adopt a kid even.
Yeah. So, as all this is happening, we see a mystery person
A flask bomb.
make a flask bomb and put
What
it
the
inside
hell?
the server. But also, how the hell did he get in?
No, he used
He
his
got
cell
a-
phone to hack into the little system thing.
How is
Well,
he?
he got a guest pass.
He
For
did.
some reason, he got a guest pass, and I don't understand that.
He's a book editor, not a hacker.
Well, he's the previous, like,
You don't know
head
him. You don't know
editor.
his hobbies.
yeah. Well, he's like the previous head editor of one of the subsidiaries of the subsidiary of the Gray Corporation, to where it's like,
Yeah, your boss's boss's boss. How
Yeah.
many times are we going to throw that joke out?
God. But it's like, they should know who that guy is. They should be like, oh, we don't want to let this man in this building.
Well, he did the that stereotypical let me wear a trench coat kind
Yeah.
of thing, and no
I'll
one will
put a
recognize
hat
me.
and
Yeah, I'll put a hat and
sunglasses
sunglasses. No one will notice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Why not hire somebody else to do it for you?
And then he just uses an app in order to like break into the thing, and it's just like for like
Yeah.
a rich family like that, you would think that their security
Right.
would be a lot better.
Yeah.
So it indeed causes a server fire, and his secretary calls them on their honeymoon and is like, look, here's the security footage. And they're like, oh my God, it's Jack. And then there's this line where she goes, why would Jack do that? It's insane. And I went, because he's...
Insane.
Right? I was like, you said it.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what? These lines are so just stinted.
Bad. Well, and then they decide, okay, well, we're gonna leave. I'm like, aren't you safe there? He's not there where you
Yeah.
are currently. Like, why would you leave?
Yeah, fire's out and everything's under control. And since nobody knows what the Gray Corporation does anyway, I think we're okay.
I thought they were in television.
I don't
And I've
know.
never heard anything about television since the first one.
like
I thought it was
Clamp-
real estate. Is it not?
I thought it was like
Or
cable television or
publication?
something.
I don't know.
What, just in a big building like the Clamp Cable Network from Gremlins 2?
I guess.
It's just, what? No.
I don't know.
I've never, because I don't see a single TV in anywhere. So, and he doesn't seem to be that concerned with television, so I don't think that's it.
Yeah. Well, regardless,
Could've
they decide to
sworn it
leave, and
was.
it's like the worst idea they could possibly do.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should just stayed where they were.
Maybe he's just investing in the color gray.
Yeah.
It's just, stocks are up. A lot of color blinds this month. So, sorry, it's a bad joke.
The new Pantone colors came out.
So at this point, Anna gets her own security detail, and there's
Prescott
like
and Sawyer. What are these, like, cities in Arizona?
Johnson and Johnson. And she also gets like a new maid or something, which I'm like, aren't you used to this? She's like, seems so out of, like, she's like, what? I don't get to make my own food for my husband? It's like, when have you
I'm
made
pretty
any
sure that
food in
lady
this
was-
apartment?
She's been there the whole time.
Right?
So she's been working there the whole time. So
Right?
She just now notices her? Like,
And then, like, there's this weird exchange where she's like, call me Anna. And she's like, Mr. Gray prefers that I call him Mr. Gray. It's like, okay, then call him that
Mr.
and
Gray,
call
yeah.
her that.
Yeah.
Like, there's not this, it's not like he sat her down and was like, you will call her
well, because
Mrs. Gray.
if she's her boss, then she can tell her, this is what I want to be called. as
Yeah.
your boss. Like,
Yeah. Right?
she angers me so much because there are certain things she really, really cares about, and then other things that she just lets go, and she's just like, man, whatever. Like, it just makes you not care about her.
Well, because she sits there and she tries to pretend to be assertive, right? And it doesn't come off well, like, as an actress. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like...
Oh, no, because she's too mousy. Also,
Yeah.
apparently Christian Grey is just a CEO of a company that makes change and innovation, and woo, they're great.
So he's
Like a
basically-
whole article I
he's
just
Oh,
read. That's
so-
why I was so silent. I was reading an article that was just like, they make changes and he's on Forbes and he
So they
makes a lot of
basically are like,
money.
he's an entrepreneur, and that's it.
Yeah,
so they're
exactly.
saying that he is...
He started from the bottom and made his way up.
He's a company that makes change and innovation just like what we want the character arc to be for him. Fuck you, E.L. White.
I hate it.
It used to be fuck you, Jamie Kennedy. Now it's fuck you, E.L. White. You lazy piece of shit writer.
Yeah.
Like, that's horrible. Like,
It is really bad because it's so like, it's just you threw an entire net and that's it.
because
His
also,
job is just to catch all to where it's
And
like,
it's not even like he completely changed.
because we
like,
all even had like different ideas of what he did. I was like, I thought it was TV. Like,
yeah.
sorry, Jonathan. just
I'm
broke
okay.
the chair.
Did you fall off your chair?
Nope, I did not. Can we just move past it? Thank you. So
So what's the next scene there? She goes to work.
Well, that's the thing is, we were right into the fact of lazy writing because
Yeah.
guess what? Anna is like doing the exact dream job that I feel like E.L. White would want to do.
Well, and then she talks about how she's like, people think that I just got this job because of Christian. It's like, yeah,
Yeah,
girl,
you
like,
actually
that,
did.
You did. That is why you have that job.
You really
Like,
did because your boss got fired because Christian was jealous. I mean, yeah,
Well,
he was
he
doing
didn't-
creepy
No,
stuff.
the guy was like actually assaulting her. He was that was inappropriate for the workplace. That
Right.
was
Right.
The guy should have been fired for sure.
But the guy
and
was
we do find
also
out more in this movie.
The guy was also doing it. We learn because he
Burnt.
hates Christian,
Yeah.
which is such a weird coincidental thing.
But the guy
for
also
them not to
right?
be brothers. is-
Hey,
Yeah.
right. That'd be like like the Weinsteins like teaming up, and
Yeah.
one just started molesting people because he hated his other brother.
Well, but it wasn't
like so weirdly coincidental for no reason.
part of it was Christian, but also part of it was that he actually just did it. Like we find out in this movie that he did it to other employees
Yeah,
of
other
his,
people,
where
other
he
women.
would like film having sex with them and then blackmail them to where it's
Right.
like, what is your benefit on blackmailing a secretary? You get a secretary
Well, the
for life.
And this is what I mean about this. Okay, so like, just as I'm gonna spoil the ending, but basically Jack White and
Jack-
Christian.
Jack
White.
Hyde.
Jack
Oh my
White.
God. Jack White of the White Stripes.
How dare he?
God. His riffs were
I'm
so
gonna
good. Yeah,
ditch doll.
you made it crunchy.
50 Shades of Grey and the Nation Army.
I'm gonna tie your hands behind your back. I'm gonna slap your ass.
I'm gonna whip that ass.
I'm gonna make those Jeeps and my ball sack clap.
Oh my god, can you guys please record like a cover of that song? Like,
And 5 minutes have passed and we're already coming.
I'm gonna kidnap your sister.
So
Played randomly by Rita Ora.
yeah.
Maybe we'll do a duet.
Which I also just realized though is another connection to Twilight. That's an adoptive family. Just like the vampire family
Vampire
in
family,
Twilight. They're all adopted.
I mean,
kinda wanna
I feel
finish
like
the
theirs
Twilight
isn't
saga.
really by choice as much as this one.
Yeah.
Like
I
they
know,
have
but
to be.
yeah, it's still kind of that whole like, well, you really had zero creativity in this. You just changed names and gave everyone boners.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's about it.
But yeah, so Jack Hyde and Christian are from the same orphanage, right?
Yeah,
Or
like foster
home
like
or
foster
something.
home, yeah.
Right?
And he's like, it should have been me.
right. So that's his
But his
weird
note is like a life for a life.
Yeah, that part I didn't really get. It's just like,
well,
Like, I guess you
but
took
this
my
is-
life, so I want to take your
This
life.
is this weird thing, right? Where it's way too convenient and coincidental that she just happened to work for the dude that happened to be in the same foster home.
Yeah.
Or if I would say if you're a good writer, you shouldn't design it that way. You should design it the fact that he actively sought her out to hire her in order to then
that would
sleep
have been
with her.
more interesting.
You know, like and take revenge on him. But that is not what is explained at all. It is actually unexplained. Right?
Well, my thing is, like, why would you have all of these, like, why would you be upset with him? Why wouldn't you be more upset with the parents that adopted him as opposed to him himself? Like,
they made their choice.
Pick me. Like, I feel like I would be more upset with them. You know, like, why wasn't I good enough? Like, why'd you pick him over me?
Yeah.
Like,
because of your name, sir.
Right. So then,
I mean, you probably are going to have multiple personalities. Just saying.
you're gonna freak out.
So at this point,
She goes to dinner with her.
no, this is the whole
friend,
email
or-
situation
okay, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
where she's like, I want my own identity.
Okay, yeah. So Anna's having a meeting with a potential author or a successful author. It doesn't matter.
Tyler Holsian from Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Just popping up.
Oh, yes,
Hey.
they have that meeting, too, and he's, like, upset with him. It's like, dude, he's jealous
He's like,
of any
there's a
person
man
that
in
looks
your
like her.
office. What? Like,
Yeah. Right?
Why is he here?
yeah, she's got to do work.
Right?
God.
How did he get past the male bioscanner
Yeah.
that I installed downstairs? Why is there not females all over this place that I could possibly sleep with?
I only want.
That-
Like, well, he
Boobs and vaginas.
walks in the middle of her meeting. It's just like, who
and
does
he's like,
that?
He's like, get out. I gotta talk to her.
Get out. I need to show her my new facial hair.
Yeah.
That's just randomly. He has facial hair for this one scene, and like they actually acknowledge it too, and then he never has it
I
again.
like your beard.
All right,
And
I'm
then she
shaving it
doesn't
then.
say
Fuck
anything.
you.
Yeah.
Right? So he comes in, storms in, is upset because he goes, I wrote you an email.
Six emails.
And they bounced back. Why?
Text her.
Why? Because, no, it's not about the texting, right? It's this weird thing in which he just assumed that she would immediately go into work and be like, gotta change all my business cards, my email on my first day, right? And would have it done
Well,
already.
she's just showing up at work. She's probably in the process of doing that. Like,
Even if she wasn't, like, why are you gonna write before you even know the email exists? That's like me just reaching out to celebrities and just assuming that their name is their name.
well, maybe
email.
you don't even know what the address would be. It would be Anna.Gray or just Anna Gray or just Anna Gray 1. Like, you don't know. what
I
it's gonna
talked to
be.
the IT guy. He said that Anastasia Gray like is available. Not 01, not dot your middle name. I talked to him already, and I had him set it up, and he said he was going to install it on your computer, and it's not done. Like, that's the weirdness of this. It's just like, what?
Well, just the things that he gets upset about are just so stupid. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're
Right?
so dumb.
Why is the safe code not my birthday? It should be my birthday. It's like you don't even know me, Anna. It's this weird assumption that like that's how it's gonna go, right? In which she goes, I need to assume my own identity. Where I'm like, oh, good for you.
I want to work. Like, I don't want to just be at home.
But what in once again another world in which we're trying to give the female fantasy as much as possible.
That's not my fantasy.
Yeah.
Not at all.
To have your own identity.
Yeah, well, to have your own identity,
Right.
but like
I
have
wanna-
Christian Grey as a person. Like,
No.
he's a shit
No,
person.
I
want to
mean-
take a last name. I want to sit at home. I want to just clean the house all day. Pay my
He
bills.
wants to be the Mary.
Yes. I want to be a stay-at-home wife. 10,000%. I have no shame in saying
With a
it.
cat.
Yeah. Oh my God. Like, as much as I love working and staying busy, I actually would drive myself insane by not doing
I would go
it.
crazy
But
on your job.
I like if I have someone that has enough like money for me to just go and work a part-time job, like being
For
a
fun.
ticket person at the parks, like, okay, great,
Yeah.
cool. I don't care.
Just listen to that goddamn whistle all day.
Yeah.
But he literally won't let her do anything on her own
Yeah.
at all.
She can't what happens next after the email?
So there is a architect scene, is what I wrote.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
so
buys her a house.
previous movie,
Oh,
they're on
okay.
a
Oh,
boat.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
yachting in the last movie in like Puget Sound or something like that. I don't know the maps
Geography.
or something. Yeah, I'm not a geographologist. That's So, like, I had to shoehorn one in. And so they see a house, like, while they're boating, and she's like, oh, a house, pretty. And then he buys it for her. Mm-hmm. And so they go, they meet the architect, or not the architect, they meet someone that's going to redesign the entire house.
Yeah, the architect.
Yeah.
That's what an architect is.
Well, no, I was going to say the architect.
He literally said, this is the architect.
Yeah, but I was going to say the architect of the house, but it's not the person that, like, built the house.
No,
she's like
they're
the
long dead.
redesign
yeah,
architect.
she wants to tear the whole thing down.
I didn't want to confuse our listeners.
Which is weird. Like, I know that it's to establish somebody who has major conflict with, like, Anna's vision of the house, but like, you're not gonna hire an architect and the person's gonna be like, you only bought this just for the plot of land.
Yeah,
it's
the
like,
whole
no,
point she said was pretty was because of the house,
right?
So it would have made more sense if they just made her an interior decorator,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
That would have been the smarter choice.
Because it's very much, it's one of those like modern, like, cubes shooting out at every angle,
every
glass
wall's
and
glass,
steel, and like, bleh.
yeah.
It even based on those ground plans, I was like,
like
the
a
house
Malibu
looks
house.
amazing right now. Stop it.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you do that?
So, this another thing is that it seems like every single person around Christian and Anna is more assertive and knows what they want than these two people do, right?
Well, and every person has had sex with him.
Yeah, right?
Or wants to.
Yeah, and that's another thing is, like, did they? Him and the architect? Did we
No.
sure?
Yes.
No, she had sex with the brother.
Yeah. But though she totally banged him too. The way she was
Probably.
like touching him and all that kind of nonsense in front of his wife, it's like, yeah.
Well, that's
like,
what I
there's a
mean is,
history
like,
there.
I don't
Or
understand.
at least like a flirtation of some sort, whether it actually went anywhere or
Well,
whatever.
she's blonde, so he's not interested.
Yeah.
Because he's exclusively brunettes.
Sure.
But she wants him though.
Oh,
She's
she
been
is
trying
craving
for
the
years.
D.
But
Yeah.
this is what
I think she just settled for the brother, I think.
Right.
This is what I don't understand.
It's like, that's the closest I'll get.
Is that, like, and it's acknowledged because Anna uses it as a threat. She's like, if you want to keep this job, you'll keep your hands to yourself,
Well, it's
right?
the one like moment that she has where you're like, okay, go girl.
Right.
Like,
But
even then, it's
wouldn't
sad.
this woman know this and understand this herself? Like, you're just gonna do it directly in front of her?
she doesn't give a fuck.
Is she
There's
just-
some women that are like that don't care. They'll do it in front of their partner.
I feel like she was trying to establish a threesome. Like, that's what it felt like to me. Where
Maybe.
I'm like, okay,
but
just
she
lead
should have
it
done.
off.
She should have led her on too. Then be like, hey, baby, like.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wasn't being serious about the threesome thing, but
Hey,
I mean, if
that's
it
how
was gonna
direct
happen.
it seemed. Where it was
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna touch you, and then you go talk to your wife.
Yeah.
No, I think she should have touched the wife first, and then
Right, if that was the case. But yeah, she's touching the wife. She's trying to get her plans of demolishing the house, and then Anna is assertive. She tells her to call her Mrs. Gray, which is just like, you will address me as Mrs. Gray.
tells her to fuck off.
Yeah, right.
She goes, you get in that shit-colored car and you go back to where you came from.
Which would be great if I'd seen the car.
You do. She's
do?
putting
I
the
didn't
stuff
see
in the
it.
trunk.
Afterwards,
Yeah,
she
she's
puts it in the
putting,
trunk.
because I was like, maybe it's just an ugly colored car. Nope, it is a poop brown colored car. And I was like, this is hilarious.
But that would be better
Yeah.
if we had seen the car first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I did like it though, because then I got thinking, I was like, maybe I blinked, maybe I looked away, but then I was like, oh, nope, there is an actual shit colored car.
Still,
And
it would
then
have been
we
nice
get-
if she
yeah.
drove up and they were like, what the fuck
Yeah.
is this Honda Accord from 93?
So previously, yeah. And it's not a shit colored car, it's just a shit car.
Yeah.
She's like, you get back in your turd mobile.
It's like literally the Wienermobile.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my god, the ceiling is draping down on her.
Yeah. It's just like flapping. It's like taped up. It's tucked behind the wind or the visor. Like that'll hold it.
Oh my god, Christian, the taillight has duct tape.
Yeah. It's that shitty red tape. Yeah, so previously Anastasia was like, "Oh, can I drive?" And Christian was like, "You're a woman. No."
no.
Like
Also weird.
yeah. And then eventually he's like so they're leaving the house and he goes, I saw the way you handled that back there. If you can handle that, you can handle a car.
You
Which I
can
was like,
you can handle a
hold on.
Audi.
Yeah, I was like, driving is not the same as having a conversation.
No. And all of a sudden, she's a race car driver.
Oh, she is professional.
I'm gonna
my
say, because I wrote, welcome to the worst chase ever committed to film.
It's
Yes. Where are the cops?
it's not a
entire
chase.
time?
It's a sad following. It's a like,
Sad following.
hey, I'm gonna try and keep up, but traffic's crazy.
Also, you're gonna tell me that a Dodge Durango is able to keep up with this Audi? You're making your sponsor look like a piece of shit.
Yeah. And then
Also, their security is really shitty.
Yeah,
She was able to lose them.
security
You're like,
can't
"Sir,
keep up, but somehow
Somebody
security
got between us.
Like, where was the person hiding?
Yeah.
Like parked in the bushes and just
I
like
don't
crawled
know.
out? Like,
But that's the weird thing is security is like, we caught someone following you. They're right behind you. To where it's like, the person following
That should
them
be you.
could- yeah, I know. And they run the plates. They're like, they're stolen plates, and we can't identify who's in it.
well, also, they just bought this house. So was that person like following them to their new house? Like,
Which
Right.
means the security didn't get them the
Yeah.
first time.
no!
Security sucks. Jeez. So, yeah, they eventually lose them. They end up in a parking lot.
But it's
and
just
then,
not like there's,
it's a
there's
sad
basically
chase.
2 action scenes in this movie. It's this and then the finale,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And both are just so
Mediocre.
yes.
jerking off a limp dick.
And
all it
the
felt like.
fact that it's just like if she's supposed to be this good driver right now, like let her do it. He's still like take a left, take a right.
No.
Now turn here.
Backseat driver, yeah.
Just-
Yeah.
oh god, right? And I feel like remember
Is
the
he
trailer?
a Google Maps? Like, what?
Remember the trailer? I feel like the trailer had a more exciting, like she cut like a big rig off or something, like more than
She kind of did,
kinda
but
did
in this
that.
one, it's like, she
Right,
just
but-
got past him.
yeah. In the trailer, it was just like meow, meow, meow.
Well, my question is how is she driving like that in Seattle? Because I've been to downtown Seattle and you can't drive like that. Like,
Yeah,
there's just
'cause-
a whole bunch of one ways and like there's people walking everywhere.
Oh, I thought
like-
you meant because you'll hydroplane everywhere.
Well, that
Yeah.
too, but like just the people in general. Like, there's no way you're going that fast in Seattle.
No.
So.
A lot of fog.
So they, there's like the woods scene chase, and then they go from the woods immediately to the city, which
Yeah.
I guess distance doesn't mean a thing.
Sure.
Yes.
All right, sure.
And she's
and-
being followed by a mysterious woman.
Which you can clearly tell who it is.
Yes.
Like, they're
Well,
like,
the
I don't know who it
foreshadowing.
is. And it's like, well, there's one lady that's like, already made a statement in your office that was like, oh,
That did a weird,
Weird.
uncomfortable, like the
What?
camera just stayed
Yeah.
on her as she awkwardly was just
Awkwardly
like,
close the door.
"Are you gonna cut?"
yeah.
Because that's what it looked like. It didn't look like it was supposed to be that way. It just looked like, and the camera's still rolling.
Yeah. So they end up in a parking lot, and I don't know.
Not
I guess
gonna lie, I got a quarter bone on this. This was kind of hot.
car sex.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, that's how I
easy,
lost my
though.
virginity. So
Yeah, but it's not that easy. You just don't hop over the middle console and be like, in and done.
Have you been in an Audi?
Well, and she's wearing
I was
like
about
a
to go yes,
really,
but I was like, no.
really like tight skirt and like stockings. That's a lot of work.
That
Yeah.
is, she did not. She wasn't wearing underwear.
No.
100%. But even like she's parking and she's already like
Oh.
belt, and she's like, ugh. It's
Norman.
amazing that they
She's
like
a whore,
that was,
Norman.
that was the quickest sex scene too. I was like, that's a real like depiction of sex or whatever. But,
That's a real married couple right there.
yeah, I know. But also like, he got hard so fast. Oh
I
my
feel like
god.
he's just hard 24/7.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then after that, what?
So-
She's back at work.
At this point, I have on my notes that there is a shampoo scene.
Oh, she cuts his hair
cuts
and
his
finds
hair.
a gun, and he's like, "The gun's not mine. It's the crazy girl that tried to kill you
But he
last
doesn't
year." But
say
I kept
it's
it.
the crazy girl
Yeah.
that tried to kill you. He says the name, and I go, who?
Yeah.
Because I have forgotten.
Yeah.
But I mean, I put it together like very quickly.
Yeah.
But the fact that, like, if you're not invested in these movies, as soon as they drop a name, you're like, all right, hold on, IMDb.
Yeah, you have no
Yeah.
idea.
And so I don't know about you guys, but I know I've always wanted a full scene of somebody shampooing somebody's hair.
And teasing their pussy.
Mm-hmm.
Teasing their pussy.
You okay there?
No, I just don't want to.
You can say
Yeah.
it.
Pussy and boobies.
What does that mean?
Auditory something something.
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, I know the idea, but like, what does the acronym mean?
Auditory
Sound
sensory
making response.
I don't know.
Sen-
Apparently, it's a whole
auditory
new podcast
sensory
thing.
something response, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We should do one episode
Yeah.
totally in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rest of this episode.
Oh,
ASMR.
So he gets her shirt wet and plays with her nipples
so
and teases her pussy.
after she finds the gun.
Ew, I hate this. I hate whispering. Whispering's never fun.
Oh. Anyway,
Soft voice, get it out of here.
so Jack White
Stop.
is waiting. Anyway, so she has a shampoo scene. They don't have sex.
She
Right?
cuts his hair
That's his hair.
really nicely with just a pair of
But
scissors.
I didn't know
he makes
that-
it known though that he doesn't want to have her dad's haircut.
Yeah.
But I also don't. I didn't know that she was
A hairdresser as well as
Yeah.
a race car driver
and
I didn't know
and
that
an
either.
editor, right?
and an editor. She does it all. She's like a Barbie. Like
Look at this resume.
She's so good.
And then I have here that she is on her own with Sawyer, right?
Isn't
And
this the whole thing where she
this
wants to go to the
this
bar
is
with
Jack.
her friend?
No, this is
Oh,
Jack.
this is I'm skipping ahead then.
Yeah, well, maybe it is, but like, who cares?
No, it's she goes because okay, so she's like, Sawyer, take me to this bar. I'm meeting my friends, and it's called
Yeah.
like Bahooligans
Oh, I
or
skipped it
something.
because this meant nothing.
Oh yeah, no, it totally meant nothing because she goes to the bar with her friend, and she's like,
Even though
she's
Sawyer was
waiting
like,
for
you need
me. Yeah,
to. Mr. Gray said you need to go right home for
Well,
your
she,
own safety.
and he's a narc too, because she's like, "Please don't tell my husband." Fucking told her husband like immediately.
Yeah.
Well, who pays the bills?
That's true.
yeah.
You know.
That's true.
So then,
He probably has direct. They all probably have very direct orders, being like, "You're here to protect her, but you serve me, just like
Yeah.
she does."
Like a mafia
yeah,
kingpin.
Yeah, right. Oh,
So-
probably. It's like, who pays your bills, fool? You know.
yeah. She comes home, and her and Sawyer are there. She goes into like a bedroom. She's like, "Weird, the lights aren't working." Which I was like,
I'll go in
hey,
anyway.
Big old situation there when the rest of the lights are on, but that one's not.
Yeah, I'd be
You don't turn on a light and you're like, oh, it's dead. You turn it on and it like flashes and dies.
right. Or even if it is out per something not sinister.
Yeah.
You would at least in this time, in this situation where you have your
Yeah.
own personal two
Yeah.
personal bodyguards,
You would tell them to
you'd
go
be
in
like,
there.
"Hey, so this light's not working. Can you come in here?"
Yeah,
you
I
would-
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't go in there.
Hey,
yeah.
Sawyer, help me change the light bulb. Is like what it would have been.
Yeah.
In any other situation.
Yeah.
And
But
then,
also, why isn't anybody giving her a gun?
Yeah.
Like, protect yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh.
I don't know what the gun laws are in Seattle,
I
but
don't know.
so
And
Jack,
also, don't you think they have someone at that house 24 hours a day? Like,
the maid.
but
I
even
thought.
like, but you think they have their own security that's just at the house? So like, oh, how did he get into the house?
I don't know how he got into the house too. Master hacker,
Master
Jack
hacker,
Hyde.
Yeah.
They say he used false plates to get into the parking garage. So I was like, I don't know how he got from parking garage
So what
to
does
their
the
place.
parking garage scan license plates
I don't know.
to let people in?
Yeah.
5478329. You're
Yeah.
good to go.
Yeah.
So Jack like tries to abduct her and holds a knife to her, and she goes, "Bah!" And then the bodyguard is like, "Oh, that was a weird sound," and goes and like comes up, and he's like, "I'm gonna shoot you," and he's like, "You're gonna let me leave," and he's holding a knife to
And
Anastasia's
the other chick
throat.
comes out, which is like, where was
Yeah.
she the whole time?
I know. She was in the back bedroom taking a nap. Like, oh wait,
I was on break.
yeah,
Yeah, her shift didn't start for another 10 minutes.
yeah. She's like, "I'd like some pay for that time."
Yeah. And they just take Jack out real quick and he's arrested and we're good.
Yeah,
Right? It's just so like, hold it right there. All right, cool. All right, bye.
The jig is up.
Yeah. And you're like, that wasn't exciting. That wasn't anything, really. Like, nobody,
Super anticlimactic.
there wasn't even a drop of blood shed or anything. And then
they...
the police are questioning her, and then I don't know, this isn't how police work works. You don't just, the maid doesn't go, "Yeah, Mr. Gray's coming back, so we gotta
You
wrap
really-
this up."
Yeah, like you're the
Yeah,
police.
I was like, so Mr. Gray doesn't want to know about what's happening? What's going on? What?
Or just like he's going to be tired and he's going to need to go home.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna come back and he's gonna need a nappy. And
He's gonna be
gonna
really
get
cranky.
really cranky. And the last thing he needs is cops.
Real.
It's just so weird.
To find the gun that he kept and didn't turn to the police.
Why? Yeah. But like, why even have that line? Just cut the scene short.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
Just be done
Unnecessary.
with the investigation and cut the scene short. Why did we add this line
It was unnecessary.
of being like, you guys have got to go?
See, I thought it would have been interesting though if Jack had found that gun and used the, and tried to use that gun with her. But that would have been,
Sure,
great
yeah.
writing. But this isn't great writing.
You guys have got to
so,
go because rich people don't like cops snooping around.
Yeah.
So
Even
then-
if it is to help them.
Yeah.
So then we're back at like the book offices or whatever.
Yep.
Where she literally earlier complained about loving to go to work, and he's like, "Let's go on a weekend trip," and she just goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they go to Colorado.
So the whole
Wait,
scene,
wait,
ooh,
there's-
that was
Oh,
ooh, blah, blah, blah.
That's fine. Let's not acknowledge it. Something happened because I wrote, "What the fuck just happened in the red room?"
Wait, where are we?
So before we go away for the weekend, I have a note that says, "Quote: What the fuck just happened in the red room?"
Is this the crying scene?
No, this
Is this the scene where she uses code red, even though they very much established that their code
yes,
is purple?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
you're right.
Oh, because okay, so she
well, it
did the
changes
whole
per day.
Well,
Yeah.
he like punishes her.
It's like a
Yeah.
Phillips Hue.
right.
He basically punishes her for not going home immediately, even though it was
That's
more
right.
safe for her to be outside
Yeah.
Right.
than to be at home.
But he like takes it too far, and he's like, "You like that teasing?" And like you
But
can
he's
tell he's
just
kind of angry.
dirty
Yeah.
talking her, like, and she's just like, "It's too much."
Well, he is like
He's
vibrating
got a
her
vibrator,
poos.
so
Oh, that's right. But also, like, why is she upset?
It's not like that strong of a tease.
Well, like, he's gonna go all the way. That's his thing. He teases you for like 2 minutes and then just thrusts it in. Don't worry, girl.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen the other scenes. Like, that's what he does every time. He's like, "I'm gonna play with you," and she's like, "Thank God." And he's like, "Nah, never mind," thrusting it in
Yeah.
every time, and then just like, and he's good. He's done. It's the horrible sex.
I just don't understand. Like, he was mad at her for literally something that like
Anybody does.
anybody does, and honestly, like, I'd be more glad that she wasn't home, like, when that happened.
Sure.
But no, he wanted her to go home, so it's just like, it's your fault. Like,
Yeah.
Well, if she had gone home
Earlier,
then when
yeah.
Jack got up in the elevator, it just would have been like bing, and he'd be like, "Oh, sorry, wrong floor."
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
what are you? What Anna? What are you doing here?
Hey, I didn't know you lived here.
Oh my god.
Oh my god!
neighbors.
Wait, nobody else lives here? Oh, it's weird.
I'm moving in next door. Didn't I tell you that?
Hey, I just got new plates. They let me right in. Sorry about the whiskey bomb. So,
And then they go to Colorado,
Yes.
which is just mostly pointless.
yeah,
They have ice cream sex.
He
cool.
tells. Well, first of all, we have to establish that the maid's the one that packed her weekend bag. Which, imagine how awkward that is for the maid to like pack her underwear and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, okay, like,
I mean, she already folds it. So
I guess, but I just find that
Yeah.
really weird. Like,
I think it's weird to assume what she's going to need.
yeah,
or
exactly.
want to
Yeah.
wear.
I mean, I guess maybe he told her like, we're gonna go hiking and then we're gonna do
Well,
this, but like,
In this situation, it's another thing where it's like, she will wear this.
yeah,
You know, probably.
Yeah,
Because the
yeah.
maid's probably even like, I don't know what she wants to wear. She will wear this and she will like it.
yeah,
You know?
maybe.
And so, yes, I wrote, going away with friends for the weekend. Who cares? Because
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
care. This is not the movie that
Yeah.
I'm wanting. I mean, I don't want this movie at all, really, but this is not.
Well,
if
'cause it's
if
not
I
like-
have to watch it, this is not what I want.
Because it's not like Jack broke in or anything. It made it interesting. Like, literally,
Nope.
there is no point to this whole entire
Well,
sequence.
So the big points of the scene. So they go to Aspen, and
this is another house he owns, right?
Yeah.
Which there's
That she
another
didn't
line
know
of
about.
dialogue of being, like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but also, why are you surprised? Like, if he had a house in every state, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
You know? But yet, she's still surprised about things.
They go hiking. That's neat, I guess. And then they're like, let's go buy some clothes. Let's go shopping.
Yeah.
And they're dress shopping, and she sees Christian's brother
With
across the street
Gia.
with architect lady.
architect chick.
And if you'll notice, clearly above them says like jewelry and diamond store, to where it's like, context clues.
But why is
like,
the
it's not that
architect
hard.
helping him pick out jewelry?
Because she's a good friend,
Yeah.
okay?
You need someone.
They do talk about that later.
You don't pick out a ring on your own. I will say that.
No,
you don't.
But
yeah.
you don't
But,
ask.
like-
You don't ask someone you slept with before to pick out.
why
your
wouldn't you ask
proposal
her
ring.
best friend? I feel like
Yeah.
that's how it's supposed to work. You ask the
yeah.
best friend. Best friend knows what's up. Like,
Yeah.
he should have asked Anna. Or even his sister. He has a fucking sister. Ask your sister.
Yeah.
She's busy with her music career.
Yeah. So they go out to dinner, and then, he proposes, and they're like, it all makes sense now. Great.
Oh, wait.
And
There's an ice cream scene before this.
Yes. Which,
yeah, that's
by
just
the
messy
way,
and disgusting, and I
like,
don't want to
No
talk
consideration for anybody else in the goddamn house.
about it. Yeah.
See, this is my thought too. Is they don't go to this house very often. So how long has that ice cream been in that freezer?
Yeah.
Ice cream, it holds for a while. It's good.
You just
I
got
don't
to take
know.
off like the icy top layer. You got to cut that off, and
I'm
then
just
everything
saying, but
underneath
if
is fine.
they haven't been in that house since as long as they said they haven't been at that house.
It's an Airbnb, it's probably from the last guests. So, yeah, then they go to this nightclub, and I'm like, wow, how romantic. You proposed in a nightclub.
Yeah.
Like, this guy's a piece of shit.
He sucks.
He is.
I understand that, even in my own life, one sibling has to be a piece of shit. But,
Always.
but, like, you're just like, dude, why do you live your life, like, surrounded by richness, and yet do the douchiest things possible, like that, like, blue-collar worker, like, douchebags would do?
Yeah.
Like, music's just blaring, right? They don't even seem to have that VIP. It looks like they have the first table as you walk in the door.
Yeah. It's like they got a booth, but it's not even
Like, you think they'd be like in some cool, swanky, like balcony thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With their own private DJ or like something like that.
I'm
Something-
sorry,
something bougie.
we couldn't get it because Sundance is getting that table.
Yeah.
Welcome to Aspen. And that's where he just proposes to her and moving on. Right?
Yeah, that's
Yep.
literally it.
Who cares, though?
No one
Like-
cares. That whole sequence makes no sense because you don't care. Because the whole thing, even like the whole like climax or whatever, has to deal with the sister. So it's like, why aren't they focusing more on that relationship? Like, no one gives a shit about this whole
Yeah,
entire
what if the
sequence.
movie
It's not
ended
relevant.
with his marriage?
Yeah.
It's just not relevant to the story at all. It's unnecessary. That whole architect thing, completely unnecessary. Didn't need to be there.
Or
It should just ended right when she told her off. And that should have been it.
Or maybe he did a better job at proposing and stuff than Christian even did, and it made them rethink everything.
Yeah,
or something.
maybe.
Something.
Yeah.
God damn it, something. Nothing.
Anything. So then we
She goes to court, right?
go back to her workplace first.
Yeah, there's a fight.
What?
They have a fight.
About what?
I don't know, because all I wrote was, WTF was that fight? Gotta check it out here. Sorry.
Okay.
But they have a fight about something.
I can't remember because I didn't write it down because I didn't care.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Christian gets in a fight in the club.
Yeah, in the club.
Oh.
Yeah, in the club.
I didn't understand that. I don't know what happened.
Because the dude like came up and grabbed her.
Oh.
She slaps him in the
And
face.
she slapped him in the face, and then Christian like just punched the shit out of the guy.
Which was a major escalation on her part too, because the guy did
No,
just
it was-
a normal like,
No, it
I'm gonna
was-
touch your hips.
It
He
was
only touched her hips.
valid. He should have talked to her first. Like, it's valid.
Okay.
I would have done it.
Okay, I get it. I'm not gonna go all like PC here, but I'm gonna say like, you just, when you're grinding against people in a nightclub, like, people don't just turn around and just start throwing punches. People don't slap people. They just go, no, thank you, and kind of dance away.
Or you immediately turn
right?
around and just be like, hey.
Right.
Like,
This girl, Anna, turns around, slaps the dude in the face when he didn't call her like a derogatory name. He just was like, hey, baby, want to dance? Right? And happened to put like 2 fingers each on both hips and started like grinding. And she was just like, no, and slapped him in the face. Right. And then Christian just like goes into psychopath mode. Right. Just straight up American Psycho.
Yeah, Christian escalates it.
and then somehow that guy didn't end
Like
up
Christian
suing
Bale,
him.
American Psycho. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they
He
get
just
it.
doesn't get arrested, doesn't anything. Nothing.
Then
I
the
guess if
night's
you have
fine.
enough money, then you can just pay the guy off. But
But it doesn't do anything. Like, they don't have a conversation about it.
it serves no purpose.
It's just weird, like,
It just
as
shows his jealousy again.
if, as if EL wrote it just being like, God, there was this one time this guy like got in a fight for me. It was super hot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or,
Right?
It was like,
or she
okay.
would want a guy to do
Yeah.
that for her.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's a lonely nobody.
Oh, ouch.
Oh wait, didn't her husband direct this, or was that the last one?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't
Didn't
care.
we establish that in the last one?
I don't know.
I don't know. I told you I blacked
Blank,
out. I don't
yeah.
know.
She's a horrible writer. I'm
So
sorry.
then we flash to Anna at her office, and the police officer's talking to her, and he's like, so the guy's going to make bail. He's saying that you actually did
Harass
him and all this stuff. And she's like, oh my God, how can he say, how is this a thing? And he's
why
like,
is this a scene?
yeah.
Right?
It's just to establish the bail portion, but then
He
the guy
gets
is
out,
like,
so he can potentially hurt her
yeah.
again.
The guy is like,
Why don't you just get a phone call being like, Jack's gonna
Yeah.
make bail?
Yeah, unnecessary.
but
Why is there a thing of a police officer coming to your office, giving you the news, and then being like, off the record, Jack's a piece of shit.
Well, and then
Yeah.
also, like, if he's getting out and they think that he's gonna perpetrate again, why wouldn't they have a
Tail
police
him.
guard, a
Jeez,
guard on
yeah.
her to protect her? If that's
She's already got her own security. They're better.
yeah.
yeah. She goes to court. She sees him make
Why
bail.
would you go to court?
Also, like, where's her bodyguards then? Like,
Yeah.
how did he even let her out of the house to go to that
She
court
goes
hearing?
to court like she's at a funeral.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
on her all the time
And
about
huge-ass
being safe and
sunglasses.
stuff, and yet somehow she ends up going to court where the one person that she shouldn't be around is that. Like,
Yeah.
And just fuels his fire because, of course, he sees her.
yeah. Cause
Why would you go? Why would you go?
She's wearing the most default outfit ever with the sunglasses and the big hat and all black. Like, it's like, come on, like.
That's not a shade of gray. That is straight up black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
The next thing I
I
have.
don't
So
know.
I wrote.
Yeah, I
I
don't know
wrote
after
next
that.
after this. You're pregnant, and my eyes have
Oh.
to be surgically placed back into position from the back of my skull because that's how hard I rolled my eyes.
Yeah.
On the fact, for some reason, I just did not expect that pregnancy would be the end game here. I mean, you've read the book, right? I just did not think that we were going to escalate this hard.
I think
so fast.
I thought it was gonna end that way, just because he's such a like
I thought
detached person.
it would be like the final like thing, being like we've overcome all this, and guess what?
Yeah, we're having
Right?
a baby. Yeah.
I thought that would have been
Not an oops baby.
Yeah, this was just like, guess what? We've been back for our honeymoon for like 3 days, and I'm pregnant.
And then he basically was like, I don't want to share you with anyone. And she's like, dude, you're a human meat sack. I will throw you in front of this baby. Like,
Yeah.
Huge sociopath here.
he is a psycho. He's just like, "Meh, baby's gonna take you away from me. We can't have sex because you're pregnant. Meh, meh, meh."
And the only way that this is somehow justifiable is because he went out and met with Mrs. Robinson, Kim Basinger, who was totally forgotten in this movie. Like, she doesn't
have
exist.
any lines. She's just a physical
she literally
being.
just opens the door, and then the next scene is her being sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she probably got paid a lot of money, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
good for her.
It's just, there's two scenes. There's one with her opening the door, and the other with her, like, watching a television program.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, this
It's
whole
just cool world, and
the,
she's
the,
just
the
sad
whole
about it.
scene though about the whole pregnancy thing just pissed
Yeah.
me off. Like,
And
Well,
then
that's what I was saying, is the only reason that they try to redeem him and make it justifiable is the fact that he's drunk when he says these words of, I don't want to share you.
well, yeah,
you're like,
he comes home
You're still a
drunk.
piece of shit.
He comes home drunk, which is like super against what he normally does because he never drinks, and the contract even was like, don't get drunk. You can have like 2 drinks, but no drunk.
That's for her.
Well, yeah, but he also follows those things. Like, we've never seen him drunk in previous movies. And then she puts him to bed, and then she goes to the red room to sleep. And then Christian's like trying
Why
to
would
find
you
her the
sleep
next
in
morning.
there?
Yeah.
well, because it has a lock, she can lock herself in. He can't
I'm
get
sure
in.
other bedrooms do too in this place.
But that one specifically though has like a key that goes. So she took the keys and then locked herself in there, so he has no way of getting into
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, but he didn't even check.
No, he tried checking.
no, he tried because
He, like, jiggled the door
and
handle.
he's like, "Are you in there? Come out!" And she.
Okay, so
Get the keys
He
and
jiggled
open
the
the door.
door.
Yeah.
if the keys aren't there, then you would assume that she's in there and mad, right?
Yeah.
But instead, she wakes up to him like putting out an all-points bulletin to
Yeah.
her, like that she's missing. Mm-hmm. It's like, dude, she's upstairs.
Well, the thing that angers me is he doesn't understand why she's mad. He's like, "Why you mad though?"
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah. He's
so angry.
yeah. It's like
Everybody
he's
all right, just breathe.
Yeah.
We're almost through it.
I'm just like, are you really gonna like pull this whole like the baby can't have you? It's just so
Yeah.
stupid.
A baby's gonna try to sleep with you. Like,
So then she's like, I gotta go to work. She goes to work, and then she gets a phone call that Rita Ora's been kidnapped.
you know, go back to the baby.
Oh,
This is weird in the sense of like, I would expect something stupid to come out of his mouth, just being like, "There's been too many foster children," like it's just something dumb like that too.
Yeah.
Where you're just like, I don't understand why this is a problem for you.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of do.
I kind of would have expected more of like an emotional response of like just crying and like I can't do this, as opposed to being mad. That's the response that I would have had. I'd
Yeah.
been like, oh shit, like I'm gonna fuck this kid up. Like I would have been like, that's why I
you
would be
go.
upset. You know, I'm gonna fuck this kid.
What if he's like me?
Yeah, what if he's like me? La la la.
That
Like,
would have
that
been
would have been a more natural
perfect.
and perfect response, as opposed to being pissed at her for getting pregnant. I'm like, you fucking got her pregnant. Like, and
Yeah.
she literally said, she's like, we had sex. Like it was fucking gonna happen. And then he got
Yeah,
mad at
she's
her
like,
for like
because we had
missing-
sex, like we seem to do a
and then
lot.
he got mad at her for missing her shots, but he's like taking her all these extravagant vacations. When the fuck does she have time to go to her doctor? Like,
yeah.
The maid didn't pack it when we went to Aspen.
no. So I just,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
worst response ever. And for some reason, she's not allowed to be mad because he's like, "Why are you mad at me? Mad? I'm the only person that's allowed to be mad."
Yeah. So the rest of the movie, she runs around holding her stomach just to remind you that she's pregnant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just every scene is just her like contemplating, looking at a window, holding stomach.
One hand on stomach.
And then there's, oh man, I wrote, I don't know.
Is this a whole banking thing? Is this
Well,
when
this
this
is
happens?
yeah
when she
the
gets
longest bank heist. Like Rita Ora gets kidnapped.
I wrote
Jack
the
Hyde
only thing
calls her.
I wrote quote. Somebody actually said this quote. Anna. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. She's on the phone. Okay. We can go into it. I know what it is. Yeah. It's during the heist.
Yeah.
Heist. It's
So
not really a heist.
she's at work and
Hurricane
she's
heist
like,
Her own
is more of a
money.
heist.
I gotta leave. And she goes home to grab like bags and checkbooks, and then she deceives the
Security.
So did
security
we
by being
establish
like,
that Jack called her? We didn't
Yeah.
actually say that, did
oh
we?
well,
Well,
Jack called her and kidnapped
from
Rita
Rita
Ora.
Ora's phone.
That's about it.
Yeah. Threw the phone
Threw
in
it
the
in
water.
a lake.
And then we go over to her and she's, crying and she's got like the raccoon makeup from crying.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, that escalated quickly. You just got out. Like, so, like, was this part of the plan? Because we know that the assistant is in on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, your plan was like, well, okay, so if I get arrested, and then if I make bail, then you're going to show up the next day, and we're going to kidnap.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For like $5 million.
But I'm curious as to why,
Yeah.
like, the assistant didn't just go to, like, Christian Grey and be like, I have the same enemy as you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't...
Hey,
They
he's
said
blackmailing me.
They dropped the word blackmail, and you're like, oh, all is forgiven.
Yeah.
No,
And you're
it's
like,
not.
No,
No.
because she's definitely going on trial as an accomplice.
Also, yeah, if
Blackmail
he's
or not.
already in jail, that's when you go and go, hey, he's blackmailing me with the sex tape. I don't like this. And then it's fine.
Press charges.
Because, like, if
Unless
you...
she wasn't. Well, wait. You said somebody was following them during the car chase scene that wasn't him.
It was
I didn't
her.
notice that.
It was her.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was her.
I just skipped past it because I had a quarter bone.
Gross. So, yeah, she goes to the bank, and there's a whole exchange where he's like, you're leaving me? And she's like,
Oh,
yeah.
This
She
is the
won't-
quote. He goes, Anna, this doesn't sound like you. And I'm like, yeah, it
yeah, it
sounds like
does.
her all the
Yeah.
time.
That's exactly
It's exactly what she
Yeah.
does all the time.
She's like trying to get $5 million out, and they have to call Christian to confirm it. And
Like,
he's like,
what
I
is
just don't
she-
understand why you're going. She's like, Christian, please. She's like pausing and crying every
I honestly
5
thought when she was
seconds.
grabbing those bags that she was going to sell all those bags to get money.
Same,
Because you would think, like,
yeah.
her husband's going to know she's taking that money out. Like, they're going to have to ask
Yeah.
him. It's like, it's just like, she thinks he's not going to find out? Like, what?
Yeah.
What I don't understand is that he's like, give her anything she wants, right?
Mm-hmm.
And is like on his way to the bank. I'd be like, don't give her anything till I get there.
Yeah.
If you didn't want her to leave, because
Mm-hmm.
obviously they're in this like cat and mouse
Well,
chase across the city.
If it was
Yeah.
like, don't give her anything till I get there, then she probably, like, in his mind, she could have just, like, left and been like, if you're not going to give me anything, then I'm just leaving.
I
on
would
my
have been
own.
like, stall, say we're getting you the money.
Yeah.
Not not deny her.
I just been like, take your time, boys.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
take your time. I'll be right there. Don't tell her I'm coming. Like, but tell her that there's a problem or something, you know, and that we're working on it. Anything
that doesn't
right?
happen.
He's dumb.
Yeah.
He's so dumb.
Her security guard shows up and he's standing there and she's like, oh my God. And she's got the money and she's like, do you have a back exit? And the guy's like, yeah, but we don't normally let people do that. And then she's like, let me use the back exit.
And
He's
then she's like,
God, okay. And she's like, give me your phone.
Yeah, I need your cell phone. It's like,
Because
what?
Christian basically ordered the bank manager to give her anything she wants and to do anything she says.
Oh, see, I totally forgot about that because I was like, why did he give her his cell phone? Like, who would do that?
So basically, one would assume that Christian has the most money in the entire bank, and the bank's like, oh, whatever he wants, you know, he pays my salary. But I'm like, that's not how banks really work.
That's not how it works at
You
all.
know? But he does. He gives her her phone because somehow now she's a genius and is thinking one step ahead of everybody. Right?
Yeah.
Somehow.
Well, because what's his butt? Jack was like, and once you get in the car, like, we're going to ditch your phone.
Yeah,
like,
give your
tells
cell
her
phone.
that
The plan.
she's going to take her phone.
Yeah.
Like, so she grabs an extra phone and puts her phone in the bag of money just to, like, so people can track
Which
them.
any smart person would tell her the steps as they're happening.
Yeah.
So that
Right.
you can't plan ahead.
Yeah.
Yep. But this is terrible writing.
Yeah. So she
Well, this
gets...
is also where we establish that we know that now it's the assistant.
Yeah.
This is the first time it's revealed that
He's like,
it's
what
her.
are you doing here? She's like, shut the fuck up.
Blackmail.
Shut the fuck up and let's go.
Yeah.
Give me your phone.
Throws it in a...
Out the window. It doesn't even run it over. Just
Just
Right.
in a puddle.
leaves it.
Well, I mean, because it doesn't matter whether she ran it over, destroyed it or not. It's
Yeah.
the fact of just trying to make sure that it isn't tracking.
Yeah.
Right?
But I want that dramatic phone smash scene, okay?
Yeah.
Right?
I need it.
And then the bank manager coming out going, no!
Yes, no!
I don't have insurance!
So, yeah, they drive off.
I don't
and
have Apple Care!
the assistant picks up the phone and he's like, oh my God, they threw a phone out the window. And Christian's like, no, they didn't. We're tracking her. She's still moving. It's like, okay.
What a
Jeez.
goddamn crazy person. Just stalking her. I got her on Find My iPhone.
And they somehow have a direct connection
moving.
to the police, and the police are like, okay, we're on our way. Like, I don't
Also,
even
mind
remember
you,
them
I
telling
wish
him.
Find
It
My
was-
iPhone was this accurate.
Yeah, right?
It's like, it's around here somewhere.
Plus or minus 2,500 feet. It's like, that's not good.
It doesn't help me.
That's terrible. Is it
And it
in my
doesn't
apartment or
move.
not? Yeah. Yeah, we get to... This is like the quickest climax, too. It's like we get to this abandoned place somewhere. Rita's
timed
tied
it.
up. Yeah.
This entire sequence, from bank heist to final, like, shot in the leg, 15 minutes.
Wow.
That's your entire climax. That's...
Even then, when she shows up, it's like... So Anastasia shows up. She's like, the money's in the car. Just give me Rita. Come on.
Come on.
And she, like, walks over. She starts to try and get Rita, but then
She doesn't even
Jack's like, back up, back up.
She doesn't even try to pull the whole "I'll give you half of it now. I want to see her" type of thing
Yeah.
that people usually do.
She's
You know?
literally
'Cause
just
you
like-
take the money. Like you think that's gonna be enough for him,
Right?
Like you think they do some sort of exchange, you know? So, and then he delivers the best line
Oh.
of the entire movie, and I laughed so hard. He says, "Thanks for fucking up my life," and then he punches her.
And
That's
then-
how I felt
yeah.
at the end of this movie, too.
Yeah.
just the way he said it was so good. And by good I mean bad.
She falls to the ground and he kicks her in the stomach and she starts to say like, there's
but it's like
stomach thing there.
Stomach.
Like she never actually says
but
it.
it's so dramatic, and she does like the total like super slow fall.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, help! I fall and I can't
And
get
she
up.
holds her stomach like, but
And the assistant's like, you said you were just gonna rough her up or something,
Yeah.
right?
Something like that, yeah.
Right? You didn't say you were gonna kill her. He's like, she's not dead yet.
Yeah.
You're like, Jesus Christ.
and then
All you wanted was $5 million.
Yeah.
Now you want blood?
Anna pulls a gun out, shoots him in the leg, and he falls, and then cops show up.
And Rita Ora is freed, and then we wait.
Yeah, there wasn't even like a struggle for the gun and
No.
shot in the gut. Or
not at
something,
all. There was
you know?
no struggle
Yeah.
whatsoever in this entire sequence. Like,
It, or at least, like, why didn't Christian show up and then have a male-on-male fight?
Yeah, that would have been a great showdown, you know?
Take their
Instead,
shirts
they
off.
blew the fight
And then-
on that
Naked.
dance club scene.
And then
Yeah.
the guy could have been like, I'm your brother! And then he has to kill his brother, and it's just like... There's so much potential.
Loki!
Yeah.
Brother!
Brother! Then, like, really, he's just like, I love you.
He's adopted.
Yeah, and then there could have been, like, a stab scene, you know? You gotta do that scene where they get real close, and then someone has a knife and just goes...
Et tu,
Brute.
Jack White.
Other. Yeah. Then we
Seven.
flash.
Nation Army.
Then we flash, and she's in the hospital.
And
James Bond theme song. I can't remember.
Well, and then it's, like, super dramatic that she's in the hospital. It's like, but she wasn't the one that was shot, though.
Yeah, and
Like,
I don't remember
acting
her
like
getting
she's-
hit in the head.
Yeah, like, they act like she was in some horrific car accident, and now she's in a coma and hasn't woken up in a month. Like,
Yeah.
it's like she literally just fell down, like,
She
but
got-
not even, like,
Yeah.
dramatically. It was just like, oops, I fell.
She's
Like,
got a full
Anastasia,
head
how's your
bandage.
stomach?
yeah, she's got the full head bandage, and she's all, like, hooked up to everything, and it's like, this is super dramatic.
Yeah.
For someone
Yeah.
who maybe just has a concussion. Like,
Baby's fine. Everything's okay.
Nobody cares.
They go back to their apartment, and she's like, "What's this?" And it says like CG on it, which is like, okay, it stands for Christian
Computer
Grey.
graphics.
Yeah. Yeah.
and now all of a sudden he's super chill and wants to be a dad, and it's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
All
Well-
it took was her being in super danger for you to realize that I want to be with you forever.
Well,
and I
she's
wanna-
been in super danger a bunch of times.
I want to have a baby with you. Like, it was just, again, anticlimactic. and
Yeah.
no one in real life would do that.
So they look at the file, and you realize that Jack and him were in the same foster family,
but not brothers.
but not brothers. And the Greys just chose one over the other. Mm-hmm. Right? That would have been great too if they were brothers, because it's like you're splitting up a family,
Yeah.
which is taboo in foster situations
That
a
would
lot
have
of
been
times.
far more
right?
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, like it would basically be like the first season of Dexter,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which was damn good.
It was really good
Right?
because of that whole relationship.
Yeah. Especially if like Christian had to have, like, he found out it was his brother, right? And then like had to pull the trigger.
Well, and it wasn't even interesting because he didn't even like recognize him either. You know what I mean? It'd been far more interesting
Oh
if
yeah,
he
he's like,
recognized him.
I think I know that guy.
Yeah.
Like he's just a guy from elementary school.
It could have been like, you know, oh shit, like I think I know who that is, and goes through his photos and shit, and like,
Yeah.
there he is. Like,
Right?
Could have been
If
interesting,
Christian
but it
was
wasn't.
so young that he didn't remember having a brother, you know, maybe
but
he's
he
an
looked
older
like
brother.
he was at least like 5 or 6 in that
Right.
photo. I'm like,
And-
you're gonna remember. I feel
Yeah.
like you
And that would have been good though, right?
Yeah. But unless all those memories are tied into his whole tragic beginning, you know what I mean? Where like he just blacked out his entire childhood, and that was part of it. You
When
know
Mrs.
what I mean?
Robinson raped me, I
Yeah.
couldn't remember my brother anymore.
Yeah.
I got those memories raped away.
Yeah, I don't know.
So then I feel like the message here is that poor families raise psychopaths.
Yeah.
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 Like, if a rich person doesn't get you, sorry, you're in the system
Well,
and
yeah,
you'll
it
be
basically-
crazy.
It basically says that kids in the foster system are going to be fucked up, which I think is a fucked up way to like
Yeah.
tell a story. Like that's
Yeah.
not true at all. Like why would you present that as a story?
I mean, yeah.
It's just it's just silly.
I mean, your man's living proof of an amazing person. That,
Yeah,
like,
he's adopted.
Yeah. I don't understand how this is like...
Okay.
This is the message that I'm carried away with, because
Yeah.
it's second to last note that I have here. The last thing I have is, why is Kim Basinger even in this movie?
Yeah, well, maybe she's just desperate for cash.
Because
you know what I mean?
they wrap it up with this another kind of like montage in which they show that
This is-
Kim Basinger's
yeah.
ex-husband is the one who made Jack make bail.
Yeah.
Right? And the ex-husband is mad at Christian Grey. And it was a throwaway scene where they encounter him in the airport earlier, and we didn't mention it, right? Because it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
And apparently he's mad at Christian because, yeah, he slept with his wife.
Yeah.
Right? And so it's revealed that he made him make bail, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then that guy is arrested, but not for the giving him bail,
No,
because you can't,
for, like-
something else completely
Something
different.
Oh,
or
he
with
used
money.
he used funds
Funds
to
from-
make
bail
him
him out.
Yeah, to bail
Yeah.
him. Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you just didn't have money? Like, you're all rich. Like, bullshit. You didn't
Yeah.
have 50
he
grand
basically
laying
like
around?
he embezzled money is basically what
Yeah.
like what he did. So
Yeah,
that's what he's in trouble for.
sure. And then you see Kim Basinger being like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Turn
Mm-hmm.
his TV off and go into bed.
Oh man, they've got a lot of stuff going on in their life. And then she just walks away.
But,
Yeah.
okay, so the Mrs. Robinson dynamic is built up to be one of two major conflicts that we're going to have to deal with in this movie. Mm-hmm. And yet, never happens.
Yeah.
No.
And you've read the book, right? Mm-hmm. What is it like there?
I mean,
the same?
It's kind of the same. I mean, they talk about it a lot. It's more talky, and then, like, but it's the same. It's just anticlimactic, and you're just like, wait, what? That's it? Like, you want more.
So, I hate it. I hate it so much.
And then, and then at the end, we get the whole super montage, which I'm super grateful for, because I totally forgot what happened in the first two movies, and I was like, oh, yes, they gave me the montage.
Love me like you do, love me,
They
love
literally
me
use
like
that
you
that
do.
song.
And it's this, like, I love seeing her fall entering his office, like, oh no, like, it's such a stupid, pick the best
It's
of the
literally
worst.
like the same
Yeah.
scene from Twilight, because they do the same exact thing,
Yeah.
where it's like Bella falling and Edward picking her up
Yeah.
and them dancing. It's literally the same shit.
Remember
And
all
then-
these boring moments?
Like frame for frame, basically,
Yeah.
the same.
And then it shows them with a kid,
Yep.
and she's got another baby bump going on, and they're at the Puget Sound house or whatever it is, and they're happy. They're playing with the kid, and
That's
end scene.
the end.
yeah, now he's like a good dad.
Yeah, he's like all of a sudden like 180, like
No. I hate them both.
Yeah.
I hate them both so much. So, Abby, would you recommend this movie?
no.
Absolutely
not. No, I would never recommend this
The
movie
first
to
one,
anyone.
I would have said yes on the cheese factor.
Yeah,
I've
the
been
first one I would recommend for like you're having some friends over, drinking a lot of wine, like you're just getting wasted and you just want to laugh about something and have it running in the background.
Yeah.
The second one, if you're like super hungover and you just need something in the background. And this one, I just want to run it over with my car multiple
Skip
times and just skip it because it's unnecessary and you really don't need. You really just skip to the last scene, really.
Yeah.
Like the wedding, and then like skip to the last scene.
For me, I would say if you have seen the Twilight movies or know of them, or like have read the books, watch this just to be like,
Yeah, just
wow,
to
it
compare
got
and contrast.
worse. Like,
This
Yeah.
is like the Matrix Revolutions. Like where you're like, wait,
Well,
what?
This is one of those movies where like you don't think the writing could get worse, and it just continues to get worse, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like I'm embarrassed for the writer and for the people who made this movie. Like anyone who was involved with it. Like this is embarrassing.
yeah. So you haven't been here since we've implemented the Jaws scale.
No,
So-
what is that?
Jaws 1 is good. Jaws 2 is like, meh. Jaws 3 is like, oh, and Jaws 4 is like, no.
This is Sharknado. Like that's what this is.
Yeah,
like,
but Sharknado is purposely bad.
Yeah.
This is Cruel Jaws, if you've
Yeah.
ever heard of that one.
Oh my
No.
god. This is like this feels like the Star Wars Christmas special. Like I just don't want to talk about it.
Damn.
Okay, like
Damn.
Yeah, it was definitely it was a Jaws 4. It was it was terrible
I
storytelling.
mean, Jaws 4 is famous for the shark actually openly going and taking revenge and following them to another beach, like
that's
down,
what
the, down
animals
the East
do.
Coast, right? And taking revenge on the family that killed the other 3 sharks previous in the other movies.
because that's what sharks do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Taking
Yeah.
revenge on the Brodies.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think it's past Jaws 4. This is I was miserable. I would not recommend this.
No.
But there are certain people that I guess would recommend this, and we asked those people to give me 5. This one comes from Shalom or
Shalom.
Shalmi 243-52338. Written February 10th, 2018. So probably that's like the night it came out. Titled 50 Shades Fantastic.
Oh.
First of all, do not bother to read the, quote, male reviews or the so-called, quote, critics on this film. They are idiots and don't know what they are talking about.
She's not wrong, but she's wrong for this movie. Like,
I have just watched it, and like the first 2 minutes, I loved it, and any true fan of the books will do too. It's not a porno like the male population were expecting. It's a love story. Jamie and Dakota did a fantastic job, and I'm kind of disappointed that it's over. 5 stars.
But like they had no chemistry though.
Yeah, they were terrible.
I also like that it's like, and the first two films, I loved it.
Oh, you said minutes.
I did say minutes.
I love the first 2 minutes.
Because it looked like minutes. Yeah. Sorry.
First two films.
Yeah, first two films, I loved it. All right. Okay.
Good for you, girl.
Next one by FRNCSCRB, Friendscrib, or something.
All right.
I like to give them credit. You know, they did write something that we're using as entertainment to make fun of them for. And this one was written March of 2018, titled "To All the People Complaining About the Movie." TOO. To all the people complaining about the movie. ... First off, this movie was pretty good. It isn't the Titanic or anything, but if you have read the books, you know what it's going to be about. To all the people saying that it was, quote, torture and, quote, a waste of time, why did you even watch it? No one forced you to sit through the movie. I did.
You forced me!
You all complained about how you had to sit through it, all 3 movies, and it being torture when no one told you to watch it. That was on you. People like you just want to complain about stuff. I feel personally attacked.
I know, that's why I picked this one. I was like, oh, they're coming for us.
Some people liked the movies, which is why they kept making millions and they continued making them. The movies were for these people, not you whiny, complaining crybabies. 5 stars.
Came right for us.
And the last one, written by Portrait of a Statue, February 2018, titled, I love this movie because of Dakota and Jamie and Pretty Places and Things. No explosions and no superheroes. That's a huge plus for this movie.
It's only the beginning.
Because God, could you imagine if it just did?
Yeah.
What?
Like Captain America just came in and was like, I'll take it from here, Jamie.
Notice at the end you just see Jamie like disappearing as Thanos.
Fading away. No,
I don't feel too good, Anastasia.
Hold on, kid. Hold on.
Yeah.
That's a huge plus for this movie. Then we have Jamie Dornan's buttocks and Dakota Johnson's breasts, and the beautiful characters are getting it on. Sometimes with highly caloric foods.
Caloric. Like
caloric.
High calorie foods.
Mm-hmm. Right. But why is this in the review?
I know.
I'm going to reread that one. Then we have Jamie Dornan's buttocks and Dakota Johnson's breast, and the beautiful characters are getting it on, sometimes with highly caloric foods. So like the ice cream?
Just the ice cream scene. That's the only scene.
All right. Somebody's real worried about characters. They should have used celery. Another huge plus. Consumer porn and pretty scenery and dancing and singing. That's more pluses. Sometimes I just want to relax and enjoy a movie without thinking too hard and maybe get a little sexually excited. Deal with it. 10 stars.
And maybe get a little sexually excited.
Again, you just want it running in the background.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want to relax and wet my panties.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Want to flood my basement.
Alone. Leave me alone, okay?
Oh, even the sex in this one is just low key.
Yeah, it's there's not even like BDSM stuff that much in this. It's kind of boring.
No. He just handcuffs her wrists to her ankles at one point.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, just lay there.
No.
Lame. Well, that's about it. Yeah.
That's how we feel about this movie.
Don't miss the climax, guys. That's the climax of this trilogy. That's the climax of just the show.
It's just like what was the point of this whole entire trilogy? Like, honestly,
none.
To make a bunch of older women's panties wet.
Yeah.
It was just the most like. It's a shitty relationship. Like, he's a terrible person. He's super manipulative.
Oh, he's a bad guy.
Like, he's a bad person.
He's got to be better than all these ladies' men who are just in the garage working on the truck.
Yep.
I mean, there's no defense.
There isn't.
There really isn't.
Well, that just about does it for us here on the show. Thank you so much for joining us again. I can't wait to have you back for Slumber Party 3.
Yeah.
And then after we wrap that up, if you just want to start naming things that you want to come on for, we'll take it.
Okay.
Other than that, I didn't even mention. People were probably like, "Where'd the other two go already?"
Yeah.
Like they just fired like that last girl, huh? No, I gave them the week off. I didn't think it was fair to make them sit through the other two, and I enjoyed the dynamic that the three of us had on the previous one. So, yes, Tyler and Vicente took the week off. They will be back next week for 2001's Valentine.
Ooh.
I know, right?
Sure.
2001's Valentine with Denise Richards and Katherine Heigl.
Oh.
Before Katherine Heigl was like a little bit bigger, you know? So fun slasher movie for Valentine's Day, like we always do. And Angel's in that. The guy who's Angel and Angel.
And Buffy?
Or Bones. That guy.
Oh, yeah, the guy from Bones. He's also in Buffy. He's Angel in Buffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think, spoiler alert, he's the killer.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, okay.
The trailer seems to give it away.
Yeah.
But either way, that's what coming up next week on the show. At this point, we have not officially announced our live show.
Yeah.
We may have, we may not. But at the point of this recording, I don't have confirmation as to what it is. So let's put it that way. And you know the drill. First-time listeners out there, rate, review, subscribe. And if you had something to say about this episode, something that you think we missed that you want us to cover on a Shorties, we will go ahead and do that. But you need to make sure that you write to us. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all at Bombs Away Show. Or you can send us an email for something a little more personal, contact@bombsawayshow.com. Don't forget we have t-shirts available on tpublic.com. Just search for Bombs Away Show, and it'll be all t-shirts from our past live shows, plus a couple older things. I have a New Year's Evil t-shirt out there, a Rip 'em t-shirt from Hulk Hogan's masterpiece No Holds Barred.
Rip.
I truly regret that we didn't do that as a live show at this point.
Yeah.
Like, that movie's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of things, and there's more coming up as new movies come across our desk. I will never do a 50 Shades shirt. There is one on there, though.
Oh.
It's just not ours. It's from another designer, and it literally is like 50 actual shades of gray, like just cubes, like color swatches. And I'm like, that works. And so you can get all that at tpublic.com. Search for Bombs Away in the search bar, and all of our entire store should come up. Other than that, make sure that you do check out our next live show, www.thefreedacinema.org/events/bombsawaylive, and whatever it is, it should be announced by the time this episode does come out, but I just don't have that information by the time of recording. But you can go there, and it'll be up. Anything to plug?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm Jonathan.
I'm Jarrett.
And I'm Abby.
And love me like you do. Love me like you do. Love me like you do. What are you waiting for?
This has been a production of Big Bulb Entertainment, executive produced by Jonathan Young. For more media and information, visit us at www.bigbulbentertainment.com. Big Bulb, what's your bright idea?